Today you are learning how to write an equation of a line. So we are still writing linear equations, equation of a line that is parallel or perpendicular to x and y axis. So it is either parallel or perpendicular to x or y axis. Determine the slope of that line, which is either the undefined or 0. Okay. So technically you are writing the equation of the lines, okay? But the lines are not tilted. That's why I'm not using rise over run, okay? So I'm using some other method, which is super easy. It is much easier than rise over run, to be honest. All you have to do is remember 2 small keywords and you're fine from there. Now, first of all, before I start talking about the parallel and perpendicular lines, in algebra, you have 4 different type of lines. You already are done with 2. So you saw the lines on the graph which were going upward. It's called positive. The lines that were down the hill, so this is how it's called. This is up the hill, this is positive, this is down the hill, this is negative. Okay, these you already have done. Now you are talking about 2 different lines, which is number 1 is vertical and the other one is horizontal. So it's vertically straight, there's no tilt in it, and then there's a horizontal straight line, it's just flat. And this is, we call the slope face. Or slope man, whatever. I call it slope face because it's a face. So in slope face, this is the best way to remember your slopes. All you have to do is, every time before you start taking a quiz or a test, make that slope face in front of you on the paper so you remember what type of slopes that you deal with in algebra. First one, let's draw it one more time. It is going up the hill, that's a positive line, positive slope. It is going down the hill, that's a negative slope. It is a nose vertically straight, which has a U. U stands for undefined. And then it is a flat horizontal face, which has 0 on the edge as cheeks. So that's your face. Up the hill, down the hill, vertical, horizontal, that's your slope face. This is how you can remember what type of slopes or I have over here. Parallel and perpendicular to x and y axis. So if you remember your x and y axis, they are simple. I'm gonna draw a simple graph over here with x and y axis. So this is my vertical line. This is the horizontal line. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Parallel and perpendicular. Parallel means the one that like train tracks. They are parallel. The best way to remember is parallels. You see that double L? Parallels go side by side with each other. So parallel is going to be like that. So this line is technically parallel to y, but it is perpendicular to x. Perpendicular, the best way to remember is with that D or LA, however you want to. So that makes actually a 90-degree right triangle. So perpendicular is whenever 2 lines make a 90. So this line made a 90 with the x-axis. So that's perpendicular. All you have to do is just remember, know the difference between what are parallel, what are perpendicular, and then you can just use this idea of the axis to know which one is parallel and which one is perpendicular. So this line is parallel to y. The purple line, I'm just going to call it purple. So the purple line is parallel to y and perpendicular to x. And I'm going to draw another line in pink. So this line is parallel to x. As you can notice, they are running side by side, but it is perpendicular to the y. So it's either a vertically straight line or a horizontal straight line. So there you go, horizontal and vertical. The best way to remember what is horizontal is, what I do is I make an H. And since horizontal go left and right, I just make arrows over here. This gives me the idea, oh, horizontal is actually the one that is going left and right. This is horizontal. And I have a trick to remember vertical as well. I make a V, and then it's the one that goes up and down. So that V makes that arrow going up and down. So this is the vertical and this is the horizontal. That's the best way to remember horizontal and vertical line. Now, two keywords. First keyword, we call it HOY, H-O-Y. It's again a mnemonic device so that you can remember some stuff about horizontal lines. So each letter stands for something. H, HOY, H-O-Y. H means horizontal line. So H stands for, I'm talking about a horizontal line. This O technically is a zero slope. So this O basically is a zero slope. So this O means 0. And Y, that Y represents Y equals the number. So this is the equation. Okay, I'm gonna write the equation as Y equals the number it's gonna be passing through. So super easy. If you can remember HOY, HOY, your life is gonna get easier for the horizontal lines. Horizontal line again is the one that's go left and right. It's parallel to x-axis and perpendicular to the y-axis. So let's write it out over here. Horizontal lines, they are parallel to. Parallel means they are side by side. Double L, okay? Parallel, double L. So parallel, this is parallel to the x-axis. So write x-axis over here. Perpendicular to, so this line, there, the line is, by the way, I'm gonna highlight it. They're talking about this line. This is your line because this is your axis, y-axis and x-axis. So they're talking about this line. And it is perpendicular. That means I have to find where it is making the 90 angle. It is making the 90 angle with the y-axis. So it is perpendicular to y-axis. You don't have to memorize any of that. All you have to do is just draw, make rough x-axis, y-axis, and just make a connection where it is parallel, where it is perpendicular. That's all you have to do. Domain and range, same thing as we do the domain and range. I'm gonna make the box. Domain is Dixie. Box, range is Royd. I'm gonna make the boxes. I'm gonna fill up the numbers and see what it is happening. So domain, it's arrow, so infinity, and then arrow on the left side, infinity. It is all real numbers. It's all real numbers. Range, bottommost point. This line is not moving on the Y. There's the bottom is same as the top. So that must be the value of Y over here, which in this case is called B. Let's just give it a number. Suppose 6. So it's not every time, it's not a letter A, B, of course it's gonna be at the number over here. So the range is Y equals that number. That's your range. So this is the horizontal lines. HOY is your keyword. Then we have vertical lines. The vertical lines are the ones that go up and down. So I'm gonna highlight the vertical lines that they're talking about in this graph. So there you go, vertical line. This is a vertical line. Now I'm just gonna look at my graph and answer these questions in the bottom. You can do it on your own as well and check with mine. Parallel to, parallel. So this line is parallel to y-axis. Okay, because it's running side by side. Perpendicular, that D, this is 90 degrees. So I'm gonna look for with which axis this line is making a 90. So appears to be over here with the x-axis. Domain, same thing, Dixie, Royd. So let's put our numbers in those boxes. domain, what is the left and the right? Oh, there doesn't have a left and the right. It's just stick on one x value. So it is x equals that number over there at the spot A. Then I need the range. What is the bottommost point of that graph? Infinity. What is the topmost point of the graph? Infinity. So it is all real numbers. All right, simple as that. That's all. All you have to do is remember the keywords, Hoay and Vogts, and then this portion, it's so easy to do as long as you just make a graph and then just make connection of parallel and perpendicular. I totally forgot about this. So for the vertical lines, the keyword is Vux. V-U-X. We call it Vux, or I call it Vux, or Vux. It's V-U-X. V obviously stands for vertical line. So that's logic. V for vertical lines. U, undefined slope. U-N, undefined. Define is something that you can explain. So a person is falling off the cliff here. I cannot explain that. That's why it is called undefined. Un-U-N and D-E-F-I-N-E. Undefined. Just put it together. That's what it is. U stands for undefined slope. And X, of course, is X equals the number. That would be your equation. Equation of that vertical line. On that side, just add that word. This would be the equation of that horizontal line. So anyway, two keywords, Hoay, Vogts. H, horizontal. O, zero slope. Y equals equation. V, vertical line. U, undefined slope. X equals equation. And that's it. You go. That's all you need to remember, and that should help you with every single problem that involves horizontal and or vertical line. Decide if the following statement are true or false. If false, change the underlined part of the sentence to make it true. So you are doing two things over here. Number one, you have to tell whether it is true or false. And then secondly, if it is false, you are going to explain, or you're going to fix the underlined part to make it correct, true. I'm gonna do just one, and then you're gonna finish the other three on your own. So first one says vertical lines have undefined slope. So vertical line, my keyword is V-U-X. So you have to go with the keyword over here. Okay? So I'm not gonna look at the notes above. No, I have to go with the keyword, the vertical lines keyword, which is Vux. V for Vux. U for undefined slope. Yes. This statement is true because vertical line have undefined slope. That's what the keyword told me. All right, that one was easy. Go ahead, pause over here and finish these three. This is super easy as well. I'm gonna let you do this practice on your own, and I'm gonna help you at the bottom question. Practice. First, identify the slope and the y-intercept, if applicable, of the following graphs, then write the equation of the line. So first thing you have to do is you have to find the slope, you have to find the y-intercept, and then you have to write the equation of those lines. Before you can answer these horizontal vertical lines, you need to know the keyword that goes with it. This is a line that is going up and down, matches with the V, vertical. It's not horizontal. Remember, we said horizontal is the one that goes left and right. Vertical is the one that goes up and down. V. I'm gonna highlight so you understand better. This was the V and this was the left and right horizontal. So the keyword over there is Vux. Select the keyword first. M is the slope. The keyword says it has a U slope. U stands for undefined. So I'm going to use the word over here, undefined. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Undefined. It has undefined slope. Y-intercept. Oh, this line is parallel to y-axis. It is never going to cross the y-axis. So not applicable. NA. The y-intercept doesn't exist for the vertical line. Equation. So remember the keyword says equation should be x equals. So my equation should be x equal. I need to find the value of the x over here. So value of the x over here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. Value of the x is 2. So equation is 2 equals x. And that's it. That's how you're going to do the remaining 3 over here. So pause the video and finish these 3 so I can come and check. Make sure you pause at this time and then you finish this. Next is super easy as well. I'm going to do one graph of each, and then I'm going to let you finish the other 2 graphs on your own. It says, practice, write the equation of the horizontal line that passes through the given point, 2, 3. I need horizontal line. Horizontal line, it is H. Put that H, horizontal H. So left and right. My line should go left and right. And it should be H-O-Y, HOY, keyword that's going to go with it. Find that point, 2, 3 on the graph. This is X, this is Y. X is 2, Y is 3. It is over here. Now, you need a line that passes through that point and needs to look horizontal. So I don't need any slope because it needs to be a horizontal line. So I'm just going to draw a horizontal line. There you go. This point is 2, 3. Horizontal line. It matches. This is horizontal. Okay. What else do you have to do? Oh, write the equation. So equation, write another thing with the type of slope. This is a 0 slope. So you know what slope is that. Equation should be y equals. So what is the value of the y over here? It's 3, or you can use that clue over here. It's 3. So equation is y equals 3. All right, make the horizontal line for the other graph over here at this time. Next question says, write the equation of the vertical line that passes through the given point. I need a vertical line, so the V for vertical, the line that needs to go up and down. So the line has to look a vertical up and down. I'm going to write my keyword. That's going to help me with my equation and type of slope. Make sure you're writing the slope every time, okay? The more you write, the better you're going to get. Okay, what is it? Vertical line. Find that point, -2, -3 first, because I need to know where it is passing through. X, Y. So X is -2 and the Y is -3. That point is over here. Okay, now the line is vertical, so it needs to go up and down. I don't need a slope. Remember, I'm not doing rise over run. It's not tilted. It's a vertical line. So all it has to do is it needs to go straight up and down. There you go. The line is straight up and down, and I have my line. What else? I need to write the slope. U stands for undefined slope. U-N-D-E-F-I-N-E-D, undefined slope. And then I need an equation. So equation should be x equals, what is the value of x over here? -2. Or x is -2. You can look from here too. -2. All right. Go ahead, do this number 8 problem. So stop the video. Sorry, pause the video and finish that number 8. I'm going to do number 9, and I'm going to let you finish the rest on your own, because I'm going to show you if it's a word problem, how can you think, and then how will you write the answer. Write an equation of the line. So I need to write an equation of the line that that has a slope of 0. There you go. That's my clue. slope of 0. This is your clue. I need an equation of the line that has a slope of 0 and passes through 3 comma negative 4. You have two keywords, Hohe or Wuchs. So first thing is, think about which one has a slope of 0. So H horizontal, O for 0, Y equals. So there you go. This is Hohe. It's a vertical line. We don't have a, sorry, it's a horizontal line. We don't have a vertical line. So it's going to be a horizontal line, and equation needs to be Y equals. So this is your keyword. You can draw the line or you can just use your keyword to write the answer. It is a horizontal line. Hohe. 0 means 0 slope. That matched with that keyword. And equation is Y equals, the third letter Y equals. All you have to do is find the value of the Y over here, negative 4. And that's it. I did not draw the graph. I did not use the graph, but I still have my answer because I used the correct keyword. And that's all you have to do. Use the correct keyword and you should be fine from there. Always label your order pair so you remember or you know exactly which one is the X and which one is the Y. That's it. Go ahead, finish all these remaining problems on this sheet.